How's it going, guys? Bibi here with another Bibi's Pick, a weekly series where I pick an anime that I've seen in English and recommend it to all you awesome people at home. So this week I'm recommending GTO, or Great Teacher Onizuka. GTO is a 43 episode series about a 22-year-old ex-gang member who wants to be the greatest teacher in the history of teachers. This 22-year-old is Akichi Onizuka. The series follows Onizuka in his day-to-day life as he goes through being a teacher and shows all the trials that he has to overcome with being a teacher. Based off of a 25-volume manga, this series has had plenty of live-action spin-offs, from live-action dramas to a live-action film. The manga also has two other offset stories which shows Onizuka when he was in his gang, as well as what happens after the anime. I'm going to be starting to read this because I absolutely love this series. It is hilarious and I want to see what happens after the anime. Released in 1997 in Shonen Jump magazine, the anime was released in 1999 in Japan and then in 2002 in English. This series is hilarious. It's in my top 10 list for best anime, to tell you the truth. I find this series so funny. I found myself laughing out loud constantly. When I watched through this series for this Bibi's Pick, it was only the second time that I'd watched it, and the first time was several years ago, and it was great rewatching it. I feel like that this series has great rewatchability value, which a lot of series don't have that. Sure, the animation quality doesn't really stand up to today's quality as it was made in 1999, so it does look old. It has aged terribly. But in saying that, it kind of adds to the charm. The story flowed well. I felt like that the way that they introduced each character worked perfectly. They showed how each character has their own sets of difficulties at home and during their school life. And the way that Onizuka deals with each character is hilarious and interesting at the same time, because Onizuka doesn't really follow the teacher's code of conduct. He follows his own rules. So that adds to the story. And even on the kind of less interesting stories where they felt a little filler-ish, they still added something to the story. They were still written very well. The other great thing about the series is that the characters are very fleshed out. Sure, there are some here and there that they're kind of more lackeys, side characters, but they're still main characters. But the likes of the main cast of students and a few of the teachers are very fleshed out. You get to find out a lot about them, which is great, including the vice principal. I loved how they added in his home life and how he's kind of misunderstood. He's meant to be the bad guy, but he's really misunderstood. And just adding that extra bit makes you feel sorry for him and kind of shows you how much of a dick Onizuka can really be and how he kind of gets in the way. So adding that extra touch where you do find out more of the backstory of the teachers and the students, it makes the story even better. Now, as I was mentioning before, the humour is great, but this is definitely a little bit more of a older viewer comedy, because the humour, some of it is a little bit more adult. I would say if you're maybe about 14, 15 and upwards, you could probably watch this, but I wouldn't suggest anyone under the age of 13 watch this series. There is a lot of flipping the bird, and I think there is some swearing, but it's not over the top. But I would definitely suggest that if you're a bit younger, don't watch this series. The opening's Driver's High by L'Arc-en-Ciel and Hitori no Yori by Porno Graffiti are awesome openings, and I really enjoy them. The video clips are hilarious, and I would suggest you sitting through and watching them when you watch the series, because there's something about the black and white with Onizuka walking out of the bathroom smoking a cigarette and he's stark naked. You don't see anything explicit, but the fact that it is like that, the visuals are great. And one of my favourite ending themes is in this series, Last Piece by Kirari, which is amazing. I can sit listening to this song over and over and over again. One of my main gripes with this series is the dub. Oh my god, the dub is horrible. Sure, the main characters of the likes of Onizuka and some of the main students and the main teachers were voiced very well, but the side characters, even actually some of the main students, were voiced terribly. It made me think, what were they thinking when they cast these people? Casting Steve Blum as Onizuka was the perfect cast choice, and Wendy Lee as Azusa Furusuki, who is the female teacher who is just starting out at the same time as Onizuka starts at the high school, was cast perfectly as well. Although I must say that she is best known for Haruhi from the Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya, and you can really hear Haruhi's voice in her voice, which, to tell you the truth, is a shame. I felt like that she should have changed her voice a little bit to make her sound a little bit more adult. But other than that, I mean, I love her voice as Haruhi anyways, so I didn't have too much of a gripe with that. But yeah, the dub really brings it down. I feel like that this series needs to have a re-dub as well as a re-animation, like make it a lot more crisper, and I can't remember the actual term for it at the moment. But yeah, I feel like that this needs it because this is such a great series. Unfortunately, this is quite an old series, so it's very hard to find new. I'm sure that there are a few second-hand versions floating around online, so just check out online to buy it in your region. And if you enjoy comedies with a bit of crudeness in it, and if you enjoy long-running series, then I'd highly recommend you watch Great Teacher Onizuka. It is an awesome anime, and I don't think that you'll regret watching this one. And that was Bibi's pick, Great Teacher Onizuka. Have you seen this series? What do you think of it? And what's your favourite part of the series? Leave all the comments down below. I'm looking forward to reading them all. While you're there, please make sure to give this video a big like and share it out to all your friends. I'd really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. If you haven't already, go have a look at the rest of my channel. I do weekly anime recommendations, weekly anime news twice a week, and I've got plenty of other anime content on there, so you'll find something interesting to watch, I'm sure. I'm on social media. I've got a Twitter and a Facebook, and I'm online constantly. So if you want to chat and say hello, then come follow me and like me on there. And if you want to see more from me and more content like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe to Mika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!